Hey folks, Michael McGee here. This is a homestead channel, and as you know, if you've been keeping up with us very long, we have these Mangalitsa pigs, and I have not raved about them, and I have not really shown a lot about them just simply because I've never owned them before, and I don't like to rave about something that I don't have experience with. But as time goes on, I'm becoming more and more impressed with this breed of pig. These things are so easy to raise. They don't cause you any trouble. I mean, these guys are gentle. He might like to bite my fingers if I let him, but I mean, I believe I could go in there and he wouldn't hurt me. I know he's really in love with my dog. They get along so well. Of course, through the fence, I don't put the dog in there with him, but this guy here, he was a boar at one time. We castrated him not too many months ago, and he healed up so quickly and so well and just started growing like a weed. And right now I'm estimating him to be around 250 pounds. I'd like for him to gain another 100 before I slaughter him. And I've got a couple other pigs of the Mangalitsa breed, but they're not blondes like him. They're black and white, called swallow belly. And I'm using them for breeding stock, hopefully. And so this guy here, we just got him to eat and not to use as a breeder. So anyway, I'm gonna go to the corn crib and get some corn and toss to him, see if he likes that pretty good. He ought to. It's pretty good corn. So several of you remember that when we built this corn crib, the object of the game was to keep the mice out. And somebody just recently asked to do an update. So I guess let's just go look and see. Let's see how it looks as far as mice here. Okay, now there's quite a bit of corn stacked up here, and a mouse could hide very easily in here. So I don't know. It's probably going to be when we get down to the bottom bushel of corn or so, bottom 5 bushels, then we'll have a better idea of how well we did. But right now, I don't see any sign of mice. I know this corn is looking good. It don't look like anything's eaten off of it. And I'm not seeing any sign. I'm not seeing any mice droppings anywhere. So I'm saying that we're successful at this point. I want it well ventilated, so I've got this open. And I'm not even seeing a sign where little birds are coming in. But birds really don't bother me that much. They might come in and build a little nest and raise babies, but that's not going to bother my corn. Mice and rats are my biggest deal. But let's just take some of this over there to the old boy and see how he likes it. All right, buddy, here you go. You like corn? Yeah, he likes corn. All right, this is the field that this corn was actually grown in. And after we picked it, of course, we missed some. I bush hogged it, and the boys built this fence, and we turned him in here, and I'm almost positive he has eaten every single kernel of corn that was dropped. We had soybeans growing between the rows that were loaded with beans. I believe he's eaten every one of those. So at this point, I believe that he's basically running off his fat. So we're probably going to put him back in the pen that we originally built right over there. And we're probably going to just go ahead and work up this ground and get some clover planted here, because this will remain a cornfield, and clover will also throw nitrogen in that soil, same as the soybeans did that we planted back in the summer. So our end goal for this boy is definitely to be butchered and eaten. We're just using this field right now to allow him to get around and find whatever he can find to eat. But the winter is getting close to an end, and we're just going to go ahead and get this out in clover. We have some other plans for the cattle panels and the hog panels. We want to get the swallow bellies that we've got down there that are Mangalitsa. They're in a little bit smaller of a pen and it's pretty muddy in there. So we want to expand their range. And since she's going to be having babies, we hope, we don't want her having babies in the mud. So we're going to be doing that also coming up very shortly. But for right now, we're excited about the Mangalitsa pig. I'm telling you, I have eaten Mangalitsa pork, but not any that I raised. I ate some when we were on a bow hunting camping trip at Land Between the Lakes, which you can see a video about that back in my archives. One of my buddies brought some. That was some good pork. That was as good as any I've ever eaten. So we are so excited. I don't want to kill him after the weather gets warm. I want to get him. Tennessee weather is so unpredictable. We just came through some really nice cold weather, and I was able to butcher those 2 rams that we have. That you have been seeing us. We castrated them and fed them out for another a month and a half, and so we went ahead and butchered them a couple days ago while it was down in the 20s and 30s. And so we're excited about eating some sheep. I'm gonna do some sheep cooking videos so that you can get an idea of how we cook it and how we make it taste good. I didn't do a butchering video. For those of you who are interested in the channel, I just hit my 4,000 hours necessary for monetization, and I'm fixing to be reviewed by literal human beings. And I didn't think that I really want a butchering video right off the bat for them. So that's just between me and YouTube, I guess. But that meat really does look good, so we're excited about fixing some of that up. But these Mangalitsas are really impressing me about their demeanor and everything about them. They're easy to raise, they're not causing trouble, and they fatten easily. I mean, they say they're a slow grower, but I don't know. I don't know if they're slow growers or not. I mean, he's growing just fine. He's getting big and thick. I mean, he's really looking good. So we are excited, excited, excited. Somebody from Albania told me recently that the fat on the Mangalitsa is actually much better for you than other fats. So I'll have to look into that. I'm not sure if that's true or not. But we're excited about them. We are going to try to do more updates on the pigs so you can have a better idea of what we're doing with them. As I learn about them and about their quality of the meat, I'll definitely be showing you that. I probably will show the butchering of the pig, because butchering pigs is a real homestead foundation. You just can't have homestead. You can't even talk homestead without talking pigs. That's just, at least in the US, several years ago, you wouldn't have found a homestead that didn't have pigs on it. So anyway, they are a staple of the homestead. We appreciate you following the channel. If you're new here, we appreciate if you just subscribe and get on board. We've got some really interesting videos that you can go back and find. If you go down below this video and look to your left, you'll see a round picture. That's our profile picture. It's got 3 of my boys with big old catfish. That's the profile picture. Just tap on that and it'll take you straight to our channel, and you can go to the section called videos and look all the way down through there, and you'll find some extremely interesting content that I think is fairly one of a kind. So anyway, we're going to get on out of here. We appreciate you. We'll see you on the next video.